This week's theme on the Retirement Quick Tips podcast is 5 reasons to retire as early as you can. Today, I'm talking about the number one reason why my clients choose to retire earlier rather than later, at least as far as they convey it to me. The reason I hear cited most often, and that is because they want to enjoy their healthy years. I have a client who retired, maybe 15 or so years ago now. When she and her husband retired, they had these grand plans. They were going to travel. They were going to enjoy their retirement, do all these things, have hobbies. They were both going to stop working around the same time. Well, about 6 months prior to their planned retirement date, the husband got very sick and he died quite early. I mean, he would have been in his early 60s at the time. So he died pretty suddenly, got sick. It was a pretty short-lived pain, but difficult illness. They never got to do any of those things. I see this happening, not a lot, thankfully, but it actually happened to my grandfather as well. So I remember my grandfather retired in the late 80s, maybe close to 90 or so. And at the time, he wasn't really old when he retired. He was probably like 62 or 65 or somewhere in there. But he had a pretty hard life. He was in the military. He worked difficult jobs and, he didn't have an office job sitting behind a desk. By the time he reached retirement age, he was pretty worn out, and he was too worn out really to do anything but watch TV. And so he basically spent his entire retirement years sitting in his chair and watching football and Fox News. And to me, that is not how I would want to spend a retirement. But the point here is that you want to work long enough so that you have financial security in retirement, but you don't want to work so long where you're completely worn out or you trade out all of your healthy years for working years. And so no one knows our expiration date. We don't know how long we'll be able to fly on an airplane or continue playing golf or continue going to the gym or whatever it is that you enjoy doing. So if maybe you've always wanted to spend a month in Italy and your current job is holding you back. How many more active and healthy years do you have left? And is it appropriate to trade those for continuing to work longer? And like I said at the beginning of the episode, most of my clients, they're not willing to make that trade. They want to enjoy whatever healthy and active years they still have left. So again, the financial piece of this is crucial. You shouldn't just throw caution to the wind and retire at 50 when you can't afford to, but enjoying those healthy, active years of retirement, it can be a very short window of time. It may only be a year, 2 years, 5 years. It could be 10 or 20 years, but again, none of us know how long we have. And so if you can afford to retire early, I would retire as early as you can so you can enjoy those healthy, active years that you have left. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Ashley Michike, and this is the Retirement Quick Tips podcast.